Hello and welcome to the first episode of GM Tyria, where I grumble and mumble my way through the morning in Tyria. I'm going to be playing through End of Dragons for this first section of the show. I haven't played through End of Dragons yet. I have talked to people who have, so I know some things about the story, I know some things about the themes, so I'll be talking about those as we go through. And also I did a podcast about Guild Wars for a long time called Relics of War with a bunch of other great people. And so I've been pretty deep into the lore of Guild Wars too. So it'll be fun to sort of revisit, come back to things. It's been about 9 months since I really seriously last played, and we'll see where we're at. I kind of dropped out early on End of Dragons simply because it opened with Cave and my character being best friends, and I don't like Cave. So there's that. However, I have been told that the story gets a lot better, so we're going to play through and see how that goes. So let's go ahead and head into our story. I'm gonna switch to something else. Also haven't finished Icebrood Saga. It's having a rough time with Guild Wars 2 story stuff. Let's go to here, let's restart, and we'll watch the opening cinematic. And then I will chat about it and the themes.
Research log 428. Latest results still inconclusive. Elder dragons awaken, consume magic, and leave nothing but annihilation in their wake. This is the way it's always been. The dragon cycle. Unimaginable suffering through the ages. Countless lives shattered. And instead of uniting, some capitalized on chaos. But some of us fought back. Heroes across Tyria banded together. We came from different corners, but shared a vision of a better tomorrow. Not everyone made it. Then came hope from an unexpected place. Aurene, who we raised from an egg. With the prismatic dragon on our side, we have a chance. A chance to finally break the dragon cycle. We've slain 5 elder dragons. But what's the right path forward? Every elder dragon death has made the whole system more unstable. There have been many theories. We tried to keep balance by replacing them, but that turned out to be impossible. We're running out of time for answers. I'm running out of time. One remaining elder dragon is out there somewhere. I don't know what awaits us.
Champion, I need to speak with you. Something's happening, and I'd like to discuss it in person. Also, if I'm honest, I wouldn't mind seeing your face again in person. Don't let that go to your head.
Alright, so we've got some of the major themes, essentially, that we're going to be dealing with in this expansion pack that is probably going to be, hopefully, major themes going forward in Guild Wars 2. You have order and chaos. And you can see some of those things manifested in the fact that the next X pack, it looks like we're going to be fighting demons. Demons are coming from we assume they come from the mists, but it sounds like they come from chaos beyond the mists. Sort of your primeval metaphor of creation where there is chaos and then there is order brought to that chaos. And so I don't know if we're about to meet, like, someone said that that the dragon we're about to interact with, it basically brought order out of chaos, kind of like probably Tiamat might be the example that you would get from, I think, Hindu lore, and that, or essentially, you know, the god of this world is the true god might in fact be Siwun. I don't know if that's actually accurate. We're gonna find out. So there's been some interesting things said about this that I am very curious. So let's go ahead and head to Eye of the North and get this going. I do really love these books that they've added in. I have to say, I may grumble about ArenaNet, but they do keep bringing me back. And also, they just do cool things like this. Once I listened to the words of a hermit who spoke of the power in water, still and pure, it can be enchanted as a mirror that reflects other places and times. We're talking about this pool, but this pool is probably also now linking us to what's coming up in End of Dragon, since we're going after the Elder Dragon of Water, I believe. Asking only simple rituals, it manifests deep visions. A hero once harnessed its power using mementos of events in the recent past. Perhaps whatever ancients created this place did so in anticipation of such a need. That's interesting. I'm trying to remember if this was... I don't think this was built by seers. Maybe it was? It was built during one of the dragon cycles and managed to survive. I don't know which specific dragon cycle it was. To you, champion in a later age, I leave this instruction: uncover the relics of your history and begin to master the power of these waters. In that still and silent pool, may strength come from the past to fortify you for what is to come. I think that's an old one. Let's talk about this, but I think there is some... They're drawing from the concept of what is water in the magic.
It's wonderful to see you, even with Jormak and Primordius gone. I noticed Tyria is still standing. Seems the Exalted were a bit off in their predictions. Disaster hasn't struck. Yet.
The world does feel different, though. Can't put my finger on it. Like, change is coming. Real change.
I feel it too, champion. That's why I wanted to see you. I've begun to perceive something. A distant presence. An ancient presence. It's a ripple in the mists. Like a dolphin in the deep, sounding to sense what's out there, and I want to respond. But before I do, I check my visions. All my possible futures converge to one point. Today.
And you can't see past it?
And I can't see past it.
Are you sure? Does it mean you die?
I'm not sure of anything, except my urge to respond, to say, yes, I'm here.
You're not scared?
I'm intrigued. I'm intensely curious. And even if I die, we know I won't stay dead.
We think.
Whatever it is, I can handle it. I just wanted to tell you, before it all begins.
How does it begin?
I'm not sure, but I know it involves Tiny and Gorik.
Then I'll talk to them.
This is pretty interesting here. So obviously she has, from consuming Kralkatorrik, obtained the same vision capability. Well, actually, she was an egg from Glint, so that's how she got her vision ability. Is the fact that, you know, granddaughter of Kralkatorrik via Glint, via Glint? Yeah, I think Glint. So her visions are messed up, so that's it's an interesting thing. So clearly, once again, knowing what we know, because the game's been out for almost a year. The expansion pack, actually, probably more than a year at this point. Yeah, it's been more than a year. Well over. So, yeah, I'm curious now to see where this goes. I can speak with Aurene some more. Optional, catch up with the rest of Dragon's Watch. Let's go find some folk. Hey, buddies.
We haven't had much time to really talk since Bangar's convocation.
Oh my gods. The Metal Legion concert.
Then things got busy.
Things have always been busy. Ever since we were tracking Kralkatorrik.
Trying to clean up his mess. Towns destroyed. Refugee camps. Close my eyes, I can see the faces. It was... a lot.
Coming on the heels of Cormyr and the other gods leaving us all to fend for ourselves.
We see how well that's gone.
Nope, I can't press button. I pressed 1, I was like, I want to choose option 1.
Detective Delacroix and Lady Mead. Or is it Ambassador Mead now?
No title yet. I managed not to screw up the Icebrood War. Queen gave me a little more rope is all.
You helped bring humans and Char together. Got the Coden invested in the fight, and Jenna knows it.
Maybe. Nice to think so.
I still think, long-standing theory of mine, is that Queen Jenna is in fact either Liss or Issa, one half of Lissa, and that the other one is off playing with the other gods, but that she couldn't bear to leave humanity behind. That's my theory. That's why I think she's barefoot, and why her illusions are just crazy beyond what any mesmer can pull off. What her mesmer magic is capable of. Yeah. Let's see, things have been hard.
You're not being fair to
I
yourself.
was shiny and shallow. A sunbeam.
My sunbeam.
Who ran when you needed me most.
And I forgave you. A long time ago. You have to forgive yourself.
Working on it.
Alright. Well, they're doing okay. Alright, Rilak, how you doing, bud? You've had a rough go of it, too.
I've had some time to sit with everything. Spent some time with Kree.
You never really got to know your son. Not the way you wanted.
No. But I think that's the point. Bangar was right. Char don't have sons. Kree knew that. Kept her objective. What I wanted, I was never gonna get from Ryland. It wasn't about him, it was about me. What I need. I couldn't see past the hole I was trying to fill. The more I pushed, the more he pulled away. I made it all worse.
Ryland was a grown Char. He made his choices.
I know. And I did what had to be done. Now, his fight is over. Me? I don't know.
There's time. You'll figure it out.
Working on it.
It's interesting, because the Char basically consign their children to the government. They have no ability to direct the next generation. They give it all to the leadership, and if you want to actually direct the generations, you actually have to take over the government, essentially, which is what Ritlock has on some level done, but it also shows that those formative years, even for Char, are incredibly important, and you can control, an entire section of the government, but if you're not in complete control, you don't even get the chance to, teach your kids, what you believe and why you believe in things. That's fascinating, so that's rough for poor Ritlock.
Things are still tense, but she's good. Great under the circumstances. Hands full with paperwork. Keeps her busy. Thinks a couple of the Imperators are already vying for Connor. Hope it doesn't get ugly. We've been through a lot. Of course, I'm biased, but if you ask me, they already got a pretty good candidate.
For what it's worth, I think you're right. Might be time for all of us to put away old divisions.
Listen to us. Couple old soldiers going soft.
We fight because we have to, not because we want to. That was Bangar's mistake.
Add it to the list. But yeah, might be time. I think I'm ready to plant my tail in one place for a while. And just process.
That's really interesting, is one of the things that you have is when they first started Guild Wars 2, there was sort of each of these characters were supposed to be sort of archetypes of, like, Ritlock, Logan, Zoja, Air, and Cade were supposed to be sort of icons, but as we've played through, one of the things that they've done in the games is they've made them less icons and more their own characters, which is interesting. So they're not just iconic of their species. They sort of, on many levels, as you know, sort of exceptional people tend to do, have a break away from the mold of what people would expect. And so you have both, like Snaff, for example, whose characteristic was ultimately that he actually cared about people, unlike most little gremlin people. Wow. Literally forgetting the name of one of the species in this game. Alright, you guys can yell at me in the comments. It's... oh man, what are they called? Anyways, Ritlock at the same time, he's beginning to realize that perhaps there are some moral things that you can learn from humans and stuff. It's interesting because it is sort of pointing towards that there is a centralized moral law to the universe, and that while there may be virtues that have sort of been built up due to maybe genetics or character thinking, that there is sort of this central concept of moral law in the universe that even Snaff and some of these exceptional beings are sort of exceptional portions of their race. Gremlin people. Humans, Char, Sylvari, Norn, Azura. Wow, okay. I had to actually say them in the list. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Who else do I need to catch up with?
I've been thinking about these past months. Primordus and Jormat, Bangar and Ryland. I made a conscious choice not to involve myself. As a nascent Elder Dragon, I was wary of my own power. But lately I've wondered, was that the right choice? Right. Remember my visions of our battle with Kraukatoric?
They all ended the same, with your death. And you couldn't see past it.
Just like Glint. But, of course, that was before
Ate an unkillable Lich King.
discovered I can self-resurrect. Glint couldn't. Kraukatoric couldn't. Once again, my visions converge. Except I don't see my death in any of them. They just... stop. Does that mean anything? Change anything? Is this time different? I don't know. But I can't wait to find out.
So, she dies. A few days later, comes back to life. We clearly have a messianic sort of story going on here with Aurene, and her ascent to some form of godhood. So that's interesting. And when she did come back, she changed significantly. Still has the scars. So you can see how they're pulling from various essential elements of human, of our world and our story, and both stories and events. So that's interesting. They're doing some interesting work here narratively.
Commander.
Kaith,
Oh, you're back. That's, good. That's great.
is she?
Something to do with Gorick.
Oh, that's a really nice addition.
So, Gorik and I have been up here doing research, looking for a way to end the dragon cycle. Cause, like, who needs that noise every 10,000 years, am I right? So many dead people, and the cleanup is insane.
You were talking about Gorick.
Right. Gorik got a message from an old colleague.
Ah,
An old Inquest colleague.
Ah.
Anka. Anka. He's mentioned her a couple times. I've never met her. Says she was tracking Jormag and Primordius.
Ah.
She has some data. Would he like to see it? She'll trade it to us.
For what?
Doesn't specify for what. Red flag. Come meet her at Lorner's Pass alone. Second red flag.
So, Anka offers him something she knows he'd want without asking for something in return?
Yes,
Why would she do that?
exactly.
Oh. She likes him.
Exactly.
Why do you care?
I don't know.
But you don't trust her.
Why should I?
Why indeed?
I'm sorry, are you worried for Gorik's safety?
Yes, I'm worried for Gorik's safety.
You want me to go find him at the pass? Bring him back?
Alchemy! Would you? Please? Thank you, Commander.
Okay, so that wasn't as bad as I remember it being. I do have to say the voice acting in Guild Wars 2 is actually pretty solid. It communicates, the stuff. Still not a fan of Cave. You dragon egg stealing, making everything harder person.
You came.
You asked.
I like that you trusted me.
Why wouldn't I?
I haven't always earned it. Being back at the Grove was different this time. I know we Sylvari tend to come off as sophisticates of the highest order.
Do you?
Oh, indeed.
But the truth is, even we Firstborn have only been around for 30-odd years. Our culture is immature, emotionally. Knowledge we have, but
I should have talked to Cade the last time.
are different things. I think back to when I was with Fowlin. I don't recognize that person. I had no idea who I was, but Aurene changed everything. I'm a parent. Of a sort, anyway. Being back among them, I realized I don't belong there anymore. My world, my perspective have...
Broadened.
I knew you would understand.
Like, right there, that's a pretty complicated sort of dialogue structure to do. And they're having your character interject, finish sentences. That's interesting. So it's also, because generally when you know someone, you can finish sentences pretty quick. Or you can tell when someone's at a loss for a certain word, and you can add it in. So that's actually pretty good. And the fact that Cade actually is owning up to things is real helpful. So, okay, Cade. I like you slightly less. I mean, I like you slightly more, but only slightly. We'll see. I don't think you're going to be in this much, so we'll see in the next X-Pack how that goes. Sup, Timey?
Gang's back together, huh? I mean, not the whole gang, obviously. Ritlock, Kaz and Jory.
Timing.
Ram's at the lodge. Logan's back in Krita. Kanak is with Saida. Zafiro with the Zaishin.
Timing.
Garm is with Ram. Aaron Snapper dead. I don't know where the heck Zoja is.
Timey. I'll get Gorik. It's gonna be okay.
I know.
Speaking of which, it does sound like Zoj is going to come back in the next X-Pack, which is exciting.
Not bad, considering it's mostly speculation. There's so much we don't know, or don't know we don't know.
You have Aurene.
And she's been super helpful, but she's only one Elder Dragon, and not exactly typical of the species. We have so many questions. How did she ascend? Where did the others come from? Are there any more out there?
The Priory thought there was at least one more. The Water Dragon.
Draconology is an evolving field of study. Hypotheses must be supported by evidence. They live their lives on a timescale we can barely comprehend. Some days I wonder if they're knowable at all.
But, like you said, we have Aurene.
And she makes all the difference.
Yeah, I'm really curious about what this means for humanity, because we came from a different world. So, humanity in Guild Wars 2. Actually, it sounds like a lot of the species have come from different worlds. So I'm curious if there's like localized order fields in the mists. Did I ask how research was going? Yeah.
Ups and downs. Could do with fewer of the downs. Some days I wake up feeling like it's gonna take 9 bolts to the brain pan to get me out of bed, you know? But most days are fine. And we don't need to talk about the other days.
Have you been getting any rest?
Not enough.
That's not true. Okay, yes, that's true. I'm just getting so close to figuring out where all that magic went. That's not a good excuse, though. More rest, fewer symptoms, happier timey.
Man. At some point we're gonna lose timey, aren't we, in these stories? It's one of the nice things about having characters around for a long time is you sort of like... You can get to know them and be a little bit sad when you can see some inevitable things coming up.
Gorik left to meet up with an old Inquest colleague, who Timey doesn't know. Doesn't trust. For reasons unclear.
They've worked closely for a while now, and they share a bond of loss. Years since they lost Glash. But grief heals eventually.
What is the timeline?
Especially when you grieve together.
None of it seems to have anything to do with you, though.
No. And I still can't see past today. It's exhilarating, not knowing what's coming.
Maybe for you.
1335.
Okay, I'm off to Lorna's Pass to save Gorik's virtue.
Oh wow, it's a 2-year jump. How long has my character been doing this stuff? Wow, 10 years. That's wild. Okay, so I guess I'm just heading to Lornar's Pass. Yes, I am. That would explain why when I logged in a while ago, I was actually in Lornar's Pass. Alright, my goal is to get to the end of the chapter, so let's do it. Oh, that's interesting. They put an effect over top of a 3D image.
Gorik, wait up.
Commander? What are you doing here?
Just thought you could use the company.
Seems implausible.
So, tell me about this old friend you're meeting.
Yeah, Gork, we want to hear all about Anka.
Spare no detail.
Anka? She's an old colleague from my time at Thaumanova. We had a highly productive collaboration. I mean, I may have occasionally experienced mild heart arrhythmia when we were working together, but as Blish always said, don't masticate where you hibernate.
What?
Or something. I'm paraphrasing. Anyway, I lost touch with her years ago, after she left the inquest. We haven't spoken since.
You know, Gorik, passion can mature in absence. Like an exquisite wine.
Okay, Cave.
No, nothing like that.
I agree, Timey.
Just two ex-colleagues sharing research on a problem. And Commander, we do have a problem. Tiny and I have been working on a hypothesis about elder dragons and magic, but with most gone, data is hard to come by. We're on Terra Incognita. Anka is offering, and we need all the knowledge we can get.
Goric? Over here! It's been so long! Let me take a look at you. You haven't changed a bit.
Nor you. Anka, allow me to introduce...
Oh, I know. It's an honor, Commander. Any friend of Gorik's is a friend of mine.
Quite the charmer.
Right back at you.
Feels like only yesterday we were side by side, two interns working to push the boundaries of science.
Those were the days.
I meant to reach out.
In the words
after
of Pattern,
what happened.
no
But
meeting.
there was this plague, beetles incubating in people's
If you
faces.
read the
It was a long time ago. A lot's happened since
read the
I'm
Stormlight
happy to
archive.
see you're well, and eager to see this new data of yours.
Oh, that's... Yeah... I made that up.
She what?
Made it up? But you said you don't have a passion for elder dragons?
More of a professional interest. One in particular. I think you know her.
Wait a second.
You do want something.
Afraid I do. Me and my Aether Blades.
Aether blades!
Bye, Commander.
Hey!
Goric! Aether blades! Inquest Natch! I knew she couldn't be trusted!
Tick! Talk!
That's really cool.
Come, champion. We'll catch them.
Maureen, hold on. We need a plan.
There's no time! They took Goric!
You can come with me, or I can go alone. Either way. But I'm not staying out of the fight this time.
Scion and Champion.
Scion and champion. I'll scout ahead and try to find him.
Aether Blades. Never thought I'd see those sky clowns again.
They're not clowns, they're killers! Remember Lion's Arch? They worked for Starlight for the love of... Goric!
They've certainly been busy. Where did they get all these airships?
Kicking your ass.
Aether blades are insidious, but for pirates, they're weirdly into data entry. Check the terminal for a map, a flight plan.
Do 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 do. I like their airships. They look real cool. I like that this is just a weird fantasy sci-fi
They
story.
don't make any sense. Why would the Aether blades go to... You don't have a choice! You're gonna have to jump!
Alright, where do I want to go from here? I guess down there.
Wait! They're attacking from above!
Oh, interesting.
Twin to all ships. Prepare for mist traversal. You heard the captain. Portal activation on my command.
Hang on to your pantaloons, sky pirates!
Who?
Reading some crazy energy spikes, Commander. See anything strange?
Could say that.
They're heading into the mists.
Oh no, I can't help you in there! Commander, please, don't let anything happen to Gor...
Just you and me now, champion.
Maybe just you. I have no way to get to the next ship.
Let me help. I think you'll enjoy this.
What is it? Nope. I know I've got a button for this. Alright. Options. Controls. Special skill. Is Shift F2. Shift 2. There we go. Okay, that was kind of funny. I should probably look into why to disabling the F2 opens that up, because that's probably going to be a thing. Necromancers are so strong.
We're not here to harm your Asura friend. Call up Irene and surrender. No one has to get hurt.
Everyone thinks I'm your pet.
Evasive maneuvers. Hard to stop her.
They do have that weird thought still.
Glorious day to die, Commander.
I have to say, I'm really impressed at their...
Anka to munitions. Weapons check on the extractor. Prepare for live operation.
I'm really impressed at their sort of expansion of, like, the fact once they figured out moving platforms, how they can use that in missions.
ouch.
Hold them off! I'll deal with the prisoner!
Don't hurt him.
Can't believe you fell for that!
I didn't, I just really don't want you to, like, kill people, so...
Having fun in there, you bilge rat?
Definitely not.
No Gorik, and I'm trapped. Gotta be a way to overload the system.
Am I really all that trapped? Do dodge through it. I'm glad I can make consoles bleed now. Oh, I am trapped. Look at that.
Running out of endurance. That did it. Now to find the right ship.
Okay, in this case, let's see.
I'll take care of this one.
Mother tree! The dragon!
Haven't seen
I should
old
probably watch
Inquest
that.
in a while.
Ooh. Rain's on fire. Where am I going? Oh, down here.
Piss off, Commander!
out of it. Next ship's too far. I have to steer this thing closer.
Are they gonna let me fly a ship? No, no. Okay. Oh. Okay, well that works. Shh. Don't tell anyone. Okay. Alright, so yeah, clearly go here. And then I'm gonna go here. Then
The hell's going on?
we're gonna take this guy out with a...
I gave him the order not to use it. Renyak's comm is broken. Damn it. We don't even know what that thing does.
Okay. So I guess... How do I do this? I want to get that achievement. Okay, so now... Do I go over here? Wait for it. Now. There we go. And I pick up the cannon. Shoot him. There we go. Go back over there. I'm real impressed. Out of range, so I probably need to go back here, then go here, then use these controls, reposition the ship so I can, yep, there we go. Grab a cannon, blow this guy up. Invulnerable. Rude. Gonna have to figure that out. Sure. Let's take the cannon with me. Don't think I need to reposition. I think I need to end up over there. That was funny.
Timmy, we're out of the mist. Can you see our location? Some kind of landmass in the distance. Timmy?
Now that is an intro to Cantha.
Must be out of comms range. Great.
They've gotten really good at doing some stuff, like with their skybox painting. Like that's fabulous. That's brilliant.
Oh, you're still here, Commander. Just in time to see it firsthand. Good.
Bye.
Crawling where they don't belong.
Deal with her later. Gotta find Gorik.
to remember me by.
Commander, thank the alchemy.
I feel like I'm missing one.
I never broke. They couldn't get a word out of me. I can't believe Anka would do this. Joining the Aether Blades? Kidnapping? What's gotten into her?
We can talk about her later. Right now, we have to get off this ship.
She used to be so
Sorry about
nice.
this, Gorik.
Now, not so much.
Aka, our people are on that ship. Hold fire! Just taking a little initiative, Captain.
Champion, I'm coming. Meet me on the deck.
Almost there, Commander.
Target's heading right for us, Captain.
Yeah.
Maneuver!
Clearly there's a wall of some kind.
My sights.
Doop doop doo.
There she is.
Don't do it, Aka!
Oh. Well, that's not good.
You disobeyed a direct order! There is a problem, and I handled it.
Commander, I think we're going down.
That was a really good animation. Moving of the hat. That's wild.
I think he's stabilizing.
Last thing we need is a dead mainlander. Probably stick us in more detail.
The hell is that one anyway? Search
You mean what in Abaddon's realm?
ears. Ugh. Those ears can hear you. Oh.
Oh, they've been that isolated.
Don't know. The detective will have an update when it's all sorted out. Sit tight.
Unacceptable. I want my comms call. We have a right to counsel.
Do we?
Not here, you don't.
Oh, thank the Commander. You're awake. You've been out for so much to... You won't believe where we...
Yeah, I got a new armor set.
Okay, first things first. We're in a pickle.
I can see that.
After Amnoon, I swore I'd never go back in. One time, unfortunate misunderstanding. 2 times, I start to question myself. Prison changes you. I'm not built for hard time, Commander. There's still so much to learn, so much science to be done. Never even got a chance to tell. I won't die in this cell, you hear me? I won't. Jail my body, but my mind is free. Okay, calm down, everyone. Think. Scrap metal. If we find some, we can hone it into a shiv. We have to establish dominance. Find the biggest, most intimidating inmate and stab him in the carotid artery in front of the whole cafeteria. Oh, but if we do, then what have we become? Are we monsters?
Oh man, he's running to his brother. That's rough.
All along? Maybe prison doesn't change you.
Kidnapped.
Maybe it reveals you. No, we do what we must to stay alive. In the insect world, there is no morality. Only the strongest survive. And so shall we.
How long have we been in here?
As ruthless as the beetle, as deadly as the mantis, as resilient as the roach.
All right, outsiders. Your time's up.
Time's up? Are we? being executed?
What? What's the matter with you? Your friends negotiated your release.
Our friends?
Yeah, that's actually kind of
Follow
funny.
me. And no funny business.
It's like, okay, I need to figure out a jailbreak, and then just as you like start trying the jailbreak, it's like, oh no, you guys are
Rama.
good.
Detective Rama.
Detective, my name is Gorik.
Yeah,
I'm an
I don't
entomologist.
need your life story. You washed up on my beach. Gave me a crap ton of paperwork.
Truth is, I have at times been quite at odds with the law.
All right,
In
Rama.
fact, I was charged with bioterrorism in Amnoon.
Don't.
He grew a beetle in his arm.
Uh-huh. Staying busy, Akane?
Best internship ever.
All right, you two. Release forms. By signing this, you affirm that the Ministry of Security has treated you fairly and humanely, that you've suffered no unreasonable bodily harm during your arrest and detainment. You first, bioterrorist.
Wait, define bodily harm. I stubbed my toe last night.
Sign the damn form. Now you.
Detective Rama, you are hilarious. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna go. Okay, so here's Akane, his assistant. Hello. Intern. Oh, that's real good. That's real good. I don't know why I'm enjoying this so much, but I am. Alright, sure.
You can collect your personal effects from the box there. We hope you enjoyed your stay at the Shingjae Detention Center. Now if you'll follow me. Akane, hold down the fort.
Roger that.
Shingjae?
I was trying to tell you, Commander. The airship crash landed in...
Cantha, come for the waters, stay for the hospitality. Been a while. Did you miss us?
Cantha? I don't know what to say.
Only been 114 years. Not like you had time to prepare something.
That's right, the Tengu are integrated into Canthan society.
What alchemy is that?
Security Mac or something. I can't keep up with all the new tech.
Curiously reminiscent of our golems. Has Cantha been trading with Radasum?
Which part of we've been closed to the outside world for over 100 years did you not understand? And we're here. Welcome to Cantha.
Good job reading that. That's real good.
Right, an ambassador's waiting for you. And our Minister of Security wants to speak with you after.
Kaz, Jory, I'm glad you're here. Have you heard anything about Aureen? Is she...
She's fine. Recovering. Don't worry.
Case with her.
You'll see her soon. It's okay to take a moment to find your bearings. After we heard about what happened, we were so... Anyway, took a little while, but it all worked out. Sort of.
I'm still missing some pieces. How did you find us?
Find you? You kind of caused a hot, steaming mess of a circus show?
An international incident. Jenna sent me to Smooth Feathers. And no way would I let Jory miss the opportunity of a lifetime.
Don't know about that. Not like I ever expected to see this place. But sure, if you say so.
You know it is. Commander, there'll be time to catch you up, but that man wanted to speak to you.
So, you're the commander I've been hearing so much about.
I guess I am.
Lee, Minister of Security. Under the agreement signed 20 minutes ago, you've been granted clemency.
I suppose I've got you to thank for that?
You are fortunate to have such influential friends. My understanding is you're something of a protector of the realm, doing whatever's necessary to keep your people safe.
I try to keep all people safe.
I see. Well, It is my duty to keep the people of Cantha safe. I'm very good at my job, Commander.
Understood, Minister.
I must return to my duties. Welcome to the sovereign Empire of Cantha.
Well, Commander, you're almost free of me. But there's one more thing we need to do before I can sign your release. Meet me at the monastery training grounds as soon as you can.
Rama, a word.
Minister?
Any updates on our Aetherblade situation?
Unfortunately, no. I've been busy handling our guest of honor, but I'll be back on the case soon as this is wrapped up.
Good. Then maybe we'll finally make some headway. Detective?
Alright. There we go. I can go fishing now. Okay, we'll work on that later. Okay, well that's first episode down, and I will be continuing this in future episodes. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.